Hey guys, welcome to the Hope That Heals You with me, Marie Nazria, where I talk about anything and everything that I think is relevant and or helpful, has helped me in my life and maybe can help you in your life. Today, my topic is siblings, which is amazing because I love my siblings. I am one of six siblings. And what I want to talk about is just how amazing that relationship is and how important that relationship is. But the reason that I have successful relationships with my siblings today, I believe, is because I am not living with my siblings in the past. I am living with my siblings in the present. Don't forget that these relationships were forged at birth. So I've known my two eldest siblings for 40 years. They've known me for 40 years, and that's how old I am. So it's real, but they're not your parents, right? So there's a huge distinction there. They're not parental, but they're doing life with you, and they're your blood relatives. So and there's so many memories in there and so many experiences that were shared. And what I realized about having so many siblings, and I've had all kinds of experiences with my siblings, good, bad, ugly, everything, as one does with their siblings, right? So there's a very intimate bond there. What I realized more and more about my relationships with my siblings and why I have successful relationships with my siblings today is I do not judge my siblings. It's so easy to judge your siblings from past experiences because you have so much to work with. But what I do is I really take my siblings at like present face value. I don't take something they did 15 years ago and I'm walking around holding it against them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, a lot of dynamics happen growing up with your siblings, and they can affect and change your relationship. What I invite you to do is release those dynamics. For example, about 10 years ago, my eldest sister, she's only 2.5 years older than me. She was like growing up, she was like a mother to me. She was a mother figure. She felt the responsibility and the weight of being responsible for me and making sure I was good. And that dynamic, we didn't even realize it was happening forever. And then, in my 20s, we started realizing it was happening and it was really unhealthy because here she is trying to tell me what to do. And she's just 2.5 years older than me and she's my sister and we don't see eye to eye. So obviously you can see how that would be like a point of contention, right? And an issue for us. And years ago, after I realized this, I released her. I called her and I said, I don't want you to be my mom. You're not my mom. You're my sister. I want you to start treating me like your sister. I release you from any responsibilities that you feel you had to have when we were children. I'm no longer a child. Please be my sister. And she still talks about it to this day, that call, because without fully knowing what I had just done, I really did release her. And that's the day that our relationship started as sisters. And today, if she needs something from me or needs advice about something, I'll give it to her and she'll be like, oh my God, it's like you're being my mom. And I was like, no, I'm being your sister. So I just think it's so important for us to not take past experiences with our siblings, resentments, arguments, and how many fights do you get into with your sibling? Millions. Sometimes you have no choice, but you end up growing up in the same room and there's so much drama about space and personal items. And if we hold on to these things, we can't develop a relationship with our siblings. And me coming from being one of six and all my siblings being so different from one another, I really got to exercise my role as a sibling to many different kinds of people. And I'm very, very proud to say that I have really beautiful relationships with all six of my siblings. And I think it is due to the fact that I love my siblings. I'm here for my siblings. They love me and they're here for me as well. But there's no past drama. There's no garbage. There's no resentment. There's no, well, you did this when you were 10. You know, we do a lot of things when we're 10. So I think I invited my siblings I accept my siblings for who they are, for the journey they're on, whatever that means, even if it doesn't look like what I thought it would look like for them. I want to be here to support my siblings. Siblings are best friends that you will have for life. And to me, that's really special. So if you have a sibling who you haven't talked to or who you need to work things out with, take a moment, take some time to really think about it without getting upset. This isn't about being right or wrong. This is about having your sibling in your life. And if that means something to you, to me, it really meant a lot. So I did the work. I learned how to approach situations. I have a sibling who sometimes gets like super frustrated and like angry. And I'm like, whoa. Like, usually I'd be like, what's going on? Like, stop. But I know that that's like part of what my sibling is working out, and it has nothing to do with me. So now my sibling has the space, the safe space to have those experiences, and I don't judge, and I just move on, and I don't take it personally. And because of that one little thing, I can have a really beautiful relationship with my sibling and get to experience the rest of that person all the time. So I invite you to call your siblings, to tell your siblings you love them, to forgive them, to let things go. It's not easy being a kid and growing up with other kids, but it is a true blessing to have your siblings in your life. Let me know if you have any questions, need any help working it out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.